Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023's first episode of Real Simple, where I simplify all things real estate. I am here in my home today, cozy up on the couch, drinking my coffee in my favorite mug. These mugs are awesome. Anyway, so today I am bringing you information on the tipping point. What is the tipping point as far as when you should buy a home? So that time is now, and I'm going to kind of go through and explain to you what that means. Interest rates are lower than they were last year a little bit, at least during the summer at some points last year where they got over 7%. It was a little crazy. They're still in the sixes as of last week when I last looked, so they're still a little high, but if you can make it work, now's the time to buy because there's not a ton of buyers out there and there's lots of inventory. Homes are sitting a little bit longer. You might be able to find a little bit of a better deal. House prices are decreasing slightly or at least balancing out. So we're not seeing the jumps. We're not seeing $50,000 over asking. Everything is kind of balancing out. What we need to do now, if you are looking to buy a home in 2023, let's get you talking to a lender now. See what you can qualify with the current interest rates. Yes, interest rates, the higher interest rates will decrease your purchasing power, but if you can afford a certain amount now, we can find a house at that price point, and you can always refinance later. So we can always get that interest rate down a little bit later. There are other ways to kind of help you get your interest rate down now, to help your payments now. So there's something called a 2-to-1 buy down. Basically, that means that you buy down your interest rate down 2% for 1 year, and then down 1% for another year, and then the third year it goes back up to the interest rate that you got in at. So for example, say right now interest rates are 6.25. You find a home, you have to qualify for that price. So say we're buying a $450,000 home, you have to qualify for that loan amount. So whatever your down payment is, whatever the actual loan amount is, you have to qualify for that with the interest rate as it is. But what we can do is we can buy down the interest rate so that for the first year you own the home, it would be 4.25, your interest rate. The second year you own the home, it would be 5.25, the interest rate. And then the third year, it goes back up to that 6.25. The idea is hopefully by that time, interest rates will be lower. We can refinance you to get a better rate. Like a few months ago, you could only get that deal per se if the sellers offered you seller concessions to pay for that buy down. But now a lot of lenders are actually letting buyers do that themselves. So that's an option if the sellers aren't paying for the buy down. Looking further into 2023, I do think, or at least I really, really hope, that interest rates will drop. Obviously we're going to see times where they kind of drop and then maybe go back up a little bit and then drop a little more, and so it still might be kind of a little bit of a roller coaster, but hopefully we're not going to get back up to that 7%, as long as kind of inflation and everything still kind of gets under control. So with that being said, I think that if you are looking to buy in 2023 and you're in a position where you can start looking now, that now is the time. January and February will still probably a little bit slower with buyers, so you're not going to have as much competition. The inventory is going to be more. The houses are going to sit a little bit longer. As we get into the spring, it's naturally going to pick up as it always does in Colorado Springs, especially with our military moving out or moving in. So spring, summer, fall, that's early fall, that's kind of when it's going to get busy. So if you can make it work to where you can start looking now, I definitely recommend January and February starting to look to hopefully get yourself a good deal. That is this month's Real Simple. I'm excited to see you guys next month. Topic to be determined. I'll get back to you on that. So anyway, I hope everyone has an awesome day and you got some good information. If, of course, you have any questions, If there's any topics that you want me to cover, if you want to meet and have coffee to start talking about your plan to get into a home this year, of course, give me a call, and I will see you guys all soon. Bye.